Okay. Just a minute, let me think what day it is. It's April the 12th. Okay. 3, 2, 1. This is April the 12th, 2007, and we're interviewing Harley Redden in the parlor of the Trinity building on the campus of Wayland Baptist University. Harley, do you remember the first time you ever saw a basketball?
Well, I think so. I went to country school, Francis, out just a mile from our old home place now, and they had an outside court with an out-seam basketball, just one ball, and I was in the 6th grade, but I remember when the big ones got through playing, we always got to shoot some, and I first became in love with basketball.
And of course, Francis right outside of Silverton. What did you? When do you remember playing your first game? Was that in the 6th grade as well?
No, about the 8th grade in Silverton. We moved to town at the end of my 6th grade year.
Okay. And who was your coach? Do you remember?
Yeah, Homer Poole was the coach, and a good basketball coach. I don't know how Silverton had one like that, but they did.
Did you play any other sports at Silverton?
Yeah, tried to play all of them.
Including football?
Football, and some track and softball. And
did y'all play 11-man football? Or?
Yeah, we had 11-man football then.
Okay. Did you make all district or get any honors like that?
No, I was just a player.
Okay. What made you decide to go to Tarleton?
Our agriculture teacher at Silverton, 1 year before I graduated, Lim Weaver, came in, and he was a Tarleton and Texas Tech basketball player, and he really sold me and my family on Tarleton and helped me get a scholarship.
Now, was Mr. Wisdom the coach at Tarleton at that time?
Yes.
W.J. Wisdom?
Yes.
Okay. And talk about his influence on you as both an individual and as a player.
Well, he was an excellent recruiter and junior college, and we had some real good basketball players for that time. And he was a motivator. Boy, he had everybody ready to play all the time. And he was exceptionally good at organization and motivation and recruiting. He didn't spend too much time on showing you how to dribble and pass and things like that, but he did a lot of the important things.
Hold on just a second. I'm getting a clarification.
Do we need to close that door in there too?
I think I will, but yeah, this is going to mess.
We'll distract you here and then later. And you can hear the questions okay that I'm asking him?
Yeah, you're doing great.
Good, all right. I want to make sure.
Turn just one way and it gets a big old glare right in this last system. I think that's gonna do it right there. Okay.
Okay. What about, didn't they have a pretty long winning streak at Tarleton? Was that while you were there?
Yes, 86 games. And that was a long time then because we just played about 15 games per year.
And obviously, was that a 2-year school? Tarleton?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And were you a starter on those teams?
I started sometimes, but definitely not all the time.
Okay. I guess we ought to ask how tall.
Well, I guess I've shrunk a little since then. About 6 feet.
Okay. All right. Did you get any college honors, all conference or anything like that?
Not really, except just being on the team. That was pretty much of an honor there and in junior college circles.
Right. How did you wind up going to North Texas?
Don't really know. Just several people from Tarleton were going, and I kind of liked being away from home, and it wasn't too far, and so I just don't have any real reason for that.
Didn't ever think about going to Tech or WT? Or
No.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about your World War II experiences. I understand you were in the Marines.
I joined the Naval Cadets, and instead of getting drafted, really. But went through naval cadet training and got my wings, and then transferred to the Marines. You could ask for a transfer if you wanted one.
Now, where did you do your flight training at?
Started in Grand Prairie, Texas, primary, and then to Corpus Christi for basic and advanced. And after that, I went to Meacham Field in Fort Worth for American Airlines training, which was about the best training I ever had. And then to Cherry Point, North Carolina, then El Centro, California, and then overseas.
How long were you overseas?
14 months.
Okay, and you flew bomber missions, is that correct?
Yes.
How many missions did you fly?
I flew 38, and we were supposed to come home at 50, but I got transferred to a headquarters squadron after my 38th mission and stayed about 4 months in the headquarters squadron.
Now, your time in Europe, was that in Germany?
No, this was in South Pacific, all of it, yeah.
Very good. What, did you get any battle commissions or stars or anything of that nature?
Well, I got a couple of promotions. I was a first lieutenant, I guess, went over there, and then a captain, and then a major.
Had you ever flown before you got into the military?
I got my civilian pilot training wings just before I was called into active duty.
But that was pre-Claude Hutcherson days, is that correct?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Now, were you in the reserves after the war?
I stayed in about 10 years and needed to get a promotion to be able to stay in, and couldn't get a promotion because they just weren't promoting about that time. So I had 14 years active duty.
Ever have any harrowing experiences of maybe getting shot down or anything?
Never got shot down, but had a few close calls. Got some holes in the airplane and came in with one engine sometime.
Okay. How did you wind up appearing? Did you finish college after the war, or had you already finished it?
I got my degree. In fact, I delayed my active duty call to finish about 4 months.
And so then you were finished with college after you got out of the war. Is that correct?
No, I got my degree in May and then went in July.
Okay. How did you hear about the whaling job?